Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get into it. Very neutral this morning on the open. All right, we got the 5MA at 71.17. Current price 72.73. All right, let's see what they want to do between this level right here. Now, for any downside, we're gonna need to see significant pullback underneath the 5. All right, we're on the 5, we're below the water, maybe starting that bull cycle. On the 30, we're still in that bear cycle, above the water though, and above the water on the 1. Let's see where they want to grab some liquidity from. Got a couple levels here of concern on our on the 5-minute. We need to pay attention to 73.94. We have 73.43 and we have the 73.94 again, so probably not interested in anything in between here. And before we get started, do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and affiliate companies are not liable for any loss inflicted in relation to its content. And then go to liespytrading.com. I will get you sorted. All right, let's see what we got. Now look, the faster this moves, the faster this 5 is going to move, right? It's a moving target. If they want to grab some liquidity off the 5. Let's be cautious in here still. We see a nice wick on this opening candle on the 5-minute chart between, what is this, the 73.94 and the 73.43. So we know there's a lot of liquidity right here, okay? So we're gonna see if this is a liquidity grab. Maybe give us some strength down to the 5. We're gonna find out. I'm just going to slide this over a little bit so we can see better, so we can see what's happening inside here. Let's see if they form, for the upside we want to look to see if they just give us like a secondary liquidity and then form a second, what do you call it right here? So let's wait for it. Be patient. We're at market open. We're in no rush to get nowhere. We still got about 22 minutes, a little over 22 minutes in this candle. This opening 30-minute candle should be interesting, should be telling. Yeah, we're gonna see if they gave us a little tiny cup and handle right here to give us this. We got about a little over a minute left on this 5-minute candle. So here's what we're contending with, right? We're contending with that they don't form a secondary liquidity. Let's continue this. So your best bet is to wait for whatever I put in the Discord. That's your quote-unquote safety play. I know the 5 looks juicy because it's within striking distance, and I haven't visited the 5 in a while. This is still sideways. We got about little over 19 minutes on the candle on a 30-minute. All right, we see got a lot of liquidity built up on 72.54 and 73.37. Still sideways. Remember, watch out for this little tight area here, okay? So from here, we really don't need to guess, right? Certain things need to happen. It's either going to be this or this. Either one. We're probably not interested in here. And if you're already in the play, you kind of see where your stops need to be, right? $73.37. BRR of 73.37, or would need more to be safer. Yeah, we want to have some movement like this. Whatever I have on the screen, probably something like this. It's going to be tough to catch the single candle. But we can clearly see where all the liquidity is built up, right? We can clearly see it. Now we're getting to the water line on the 1. We're still below the water on the 5, but it's sideways, right? And then above the water on the 30, sideways still. right at opening candle. Right? You've missed nothing. You've missed nothing. Just be patient. Now look, let's look at the trading plan from this morning. Look at the trading plan. I'm going to share the screen with everyone. Might be choppy at open. Okay? We're seeing that. We're seeing it all play out. That's why we got to be patient. See the choppy at open? Easy. You don't need to think too hard. We just need to pay attention. And look, let's say if it moved and it started to dump, then we'll know what the setup is. It'll be easier. But if it's choppy like this, you just gotta wait. We don't want to be involved, you know, probably in here. Probably in here, we don't want to be involved. So we kind of need to stop being so thirsty to jump on every single leg of every single move. Right? We can't be thirsty like that. We have to allow the setup. We're not allowing a setup. We're trying to get in on the setup. And, you know, from here, we don't know. So you're guessing from here. And we have no data at this point. We have no data at this point. We're just guessing. This is a guess. This shouldn't even be here. But this is a guess right here. So what I'm trying to say is, if we're jumping in now, you're guessing because we're in the middle. We have no idea. No one knows. No one in the world knows. Someone's gonna hit the button, right? Someone's gonna pull the trigger. So we just gotta wait for that to happen. We're just in chop. But most likely, based on a balance of probabilities, in here, probably not interested. Probably not interested. Now we're gonna see if they want to stay inside this magenta and break above 37. What is this? 73.37, right? To do top, bottom, top, bottom. We need to see continuation, so just be patient. The 5-minute chart looks a little more accurate right now. Alright, we see where the no-go zone is, right? Here's the battle between 73.37 and this, maybe this magenta here. Oh, use the 5-minute chart. Remember, this is a guess. This is just a guess. We still have to be, be cognizant of, we're still in here. Use your 5-minute chart. The 5's at 71.16. The price is at 72.87. 71. Is it really? Yeah, 71.16. So that's somewhere over here. That's somewhere, okay. So somewhere towards this bottom lick box, and then maybe somewhere at 71. Let them figure out this chop. $72.54. Okay, yeah. So yeah, exactly. The chop in between 37 and 54. Use your 5-minute chart, okay? All right, they knocked on the door 1 time, 2 times, 3rd time. One of them's gonna win, right? This is where you don't need to be nervous. You don't need to try to guess or figure it out, or you think you're gonna be late. You don't need to be nervous. You don't need to do any of that. We see what's happening. Just wait for it to happen. We had this last 5 minute was an indecision candle. Now, whenever it does break, there's going to be a nice, most likely a strong momentum candle. And then you're going to think, oh man, I knew I should have. You got to wait for the continuation after that. JR, here, look, it's on the screen. So I actually put in the Discord already. I put in the Discord. If your last comment means you are assuming your bias is telling you one way or the other, all of this needs to happen first. All of this. So we need to be, because remember, we're just in here. So it's on the screen. I think you're overthinking it. All of this needs to happen whenever it happens. It doesn't matter when and where. It doesn't matter when, right? It could be here. This could be here. All of this needs to happen first. And then we're going to look for, I already told you what the put scenario was in the Discord. And look, we should be using our 5-minute chart, right? So what does a 5-minute chart tell us? We're in here. We're in here until we're not. This is what the 5-minute chart's telling us. So that's why I keep saying, use a 5-minute chart, use a 5-minute chart, because the 5-minute chart is telling us we're in here. So there's nothing to do on the put side in here until that changes. And we'll get a confirmation on this once this happens. So we got to wait for all this. Or we don't even know if this is possible until all of this happens. All of this needs to happen. High a day is at 73.65. We want to see if this purple can get us to 74.77. and then we'll have a better understanding. All right, we got to be careful on, see how the top of the lick box and the top of this magenta, they're lining up. So you got to be careful here. If you're being patient and it looks sketchy, that's reasonable, perfectly reasonable. If you're using the 5-minute chart, then you're okay. Yeah, this price action isn't great, right? We're like 30 cents away from market open. So if you're just sitting patient, nothing wrong with that. We're gonna identify, we want to see if we can get this purple to 74, 77. Discord, do you see why I told you? Use your 5-minute chart. You see what's happening, right? Use your 5-minute chart. This is happening until it's not. You don't need to think. The information's right here. Use the 5-minute chart. I've been repeating it, right? We're doing this until we're not. If you're the risky one that took purple, you need to protect this trade. If you took above 30, what is this, 73.37, you need to at least protect the trade somewhat. Look, we're on the top of the lick box, which is also probably going to line up with the top of the magenta here on the 5, so be cautious. There's another, you know, if this lick box is still holding up. Remember I told you this morning that this was made yesterday, so every day's a new day. We're going to see if they're still respecting it, if there's still liquidity here. might want to start adjusting your stops if you took the break of purple here. The break of purple above 73.37. Remember, we weren't interested in anything in here. So if you took this risk, protect the trade. So if everyone's looking at Dre Day thinking, what the heck? She's got experience. She's been here for a very long time. So she understands the risks, things like this. It's going to take time. Okay, Chengo's getting that experience too. You weren't late. Remember I told you, we see the liquidity building up. We saw it building up. You're not going to be late. This is our fear, right? I told you what the fear was. We're in the magenta. We identified purple for the entry. That's all we could do. Now, if you're waiting for the next setup, you gotta wait for it, right? We need to form another purple. So just be patient. We wanted to see if purple can get us to 74.77, somewhere up here. All right, if you're doing exit strategy legs, you need to adjust those stops, okay? You need to adjust those stops and ask yourself, are you willing to hold through the weak cycle? Are you willing to hold through the weak cycle or not? Now's your time to figure out your life. Okay, this to the upside, all this means is that there could be a pullback here because we're testing the top of this. We also have to take into consideration, we're looking at maybe there's some heavy liquidity at 74.77. So essentially this, if it's going up, and it's breaking to the upside, this doesn't mean anything. Now we need to identify the retest and the reject off of whichever level. If you're new, you're gonna have to go through the lessons. You're gonna have to go through the lessons, especially if it's your first day. You know, I get it, everyone's excited, but here's the thing. Whenever there's a play, you don't have to ask. It's gonna be far, far in advance. Very far in advance. Well, Chenko, this is where you need to decide. Are you willing to take profit and wait for the next setup, or are you going to hold through the weak cycle? This is what you need to decide right now. So there's two ways this can continue up, right? Staying inside the magenta on the 5, or maybe finding some support around somewhere around 73.69. I could have done a little bit better on this, but remember, I'm freehand drawing it, so give me a little grace. And before you make a move, you need to make sure it makes sense on everything, right? So we're at the water line on the 5. We are maybe weak cycle on the 30. Above the water on the 1. Start to protect it, don't get greedy. Slowly adjust, little by little. Now down to 73.55. That'll be reasonable if they want to continue up. So they have all this space between wherever they are right now and what did I say? 73.55? 73.55 to be reasonable. Somewhere around here. So maybe it should look something like... I'll just leave it so it doesn't look like I'm cooking the books. If anything, it'll just be off a few cents. All right, now Discord, now pay attention to all your charts, right? Now, this is our 1 minute, so we're looking for, what did I say, the 73.55-ish? Or we're in, and this is still a thing, right? We're in magenta until we're not. So we have to watch out for the bounce off magenta. If they break magenta, then we want to see a break and retest underneath this level here, 43, 73.43. So if you're waiting for your entry, wait for it. Now we're contending with two ideas. You're thinking, is this the bounce to finish off 74, 77, or are we just continuing down? This is what we don't know, right? So what we do know is that we are on. We're probably testing this lick box here. So we broke above. We want to see if we're going to break, retest, and reject this lick box. All right, here's our second bite at the apple. So now you can figure out your life. If you don't want to hold for the week cycle, figure out your life. Now you got a second bite at the apple. If you took the break of purple, second bite. Now you can figure it out. Really, third bite. Look at the perfection. Look at the goddamn perfection. Look exactly where this wick, look at the exact price. Look at the flexion point. Look at the price at the flexion point. Look exactly where this wick went. This is absolute perfection. You can't ask for anything better. Now, if you're new, take your time. There's no rush. This is absolute perfection. Now protect your trade. Remember, as it was happening, I was telling you. As it was happening. Look at this perfection. Now from here, we don't know. We just know there's another level of liquidity at 74.77. Oh, this was 6 cents away. Let's see if they give us our 6 cents. Alright, now we gotta let them figure out this area up here. This is perfection right here. This is perfection. Look at the exact point of flexion. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. Alright, if you took purple, start to adjust your stops. It's getting sketchy up here. This last 5-minute candle looks like a lot of wick on the top. Still above the water though. I'm going to fly a little closer to the sun and take something off the table. Little close to the sun, I'm going to take something off the table. I'm going to let it play out for a little bit. Oh man, this is very slow, annoying price action here. I'm I'm gonna start adjusting a little bit. I'm not gonna survive much drawdown. I'm here, I'm just being quiet. I gotta focus for a little bit. All right, target hit. Target hit. There we go. Easy money, right? Easy money. I told everybody in the world exactly where to buy the call. Exactly where to buy the call. Look, right here. Exactly. This is how long has this been here for? Forever. Let me adjust. Look at the money we just printed. This is a good trade right here. How much was it? 1.5 points. This is a good trade. Very good trade. Perfect. Perfect trade. Absolutely perfect. Now look, I can't be more exact than this right here. I can't be more exact. No one in the world is doing what I'm doing. You understand? It's going to take you time. If you didn't feel look, when I told everyone there's nothing to do inside of here, inside of these two levels, there's nothing to do. We broke the purple. We broke above this shadow zone here, the shadow realm. We broke above. If you didn't take it on the break of purple, fine. You got another opportunity on this flexion point. If you didn't take it there, now you got to wait. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do because we knew where the put scenario was and we're far away from it. We only had a call scenario. The put scenario is literally drawn on the 5-minute chart. Easy money. Easy. Look at the money we just printed. Oh my goodness. We had a very good day. No one in the world is doing this right here. Look how long, look how perfect this is. How perfect is this? Right to the target. This is too easy. This is actually too easy. Every day, same thing, every day. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to the website. Go to the website, livespytrading.com. If I haven't improved myself by now, dig a hole and get in it. This ain't for you. Change the channel. Change the channel. If you're not impressed, if this means nothing to you, that damn near an hour before, this is too easy. Look how perfect this is. Look how perfect this is. Get out of my face. This is why I'm the best. No one else is doing this. No one else. Not like this. Doesn't exist. When I tell you I'm the best on the internet doing this, now you see why. And if you don't, this ain't for you. No big deal. No big deal. This ain't for you. It's not for everybody. Look how perfect. Look how perfect this is. Look, we're in this magenta. That's all we know. That's all we know. There's nothing to do inside here on the put side. Come on. Give me a little more. Let me adjust. We had a very good day. Are you not entertained? Right? Oh my goodness. Are you not entertained? Look how perfect. How perfect is this? Amazing. Simply amazing. Told everyone what was going to happen. We're going to see if this purple can get us to 74.77. Yeah. Pretty sure I was spot on. And the Discord, you know where the put scenario is, right? You know where your quote unquote safety is. I typed it in early this morning. This was simple. Look at the shadow realm, right? Nothing to do in here. As long as we're in here, there's nothing to do. What did we see? The break of our purple. All right, cool. Now we got the retest of, I didn't know this was going to be here. Obviously, I didn't know that. But I get lucky sometimes. I get lucky sometimes. Look at this. Absolute perfection. Absolute perfection. Drawn on the screen. You didn't even need to hear me say anything. You didn't need ears for this one. It's too easy. Protect your trade. If you took this flexion point, you need to protect the trade now, right? We reached the target. Support on 74.77. 74. We're still in the move. We're still in the move, so there's no. It's hard to know from here. We gotta let it set up, right? This was the play. Now we gotta let it set up. We're still currently in the move. Yeah, we gotta let it set up. This is all I had planned out right here. This is all I had planned out. Don't worry, I'll let you guys know. I will let you know. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. All right, let's see how much pullback they want to give us. Let's see how much pullback they're going to give us. This play, perfect. Absolute perfection. We want to see what happens on this teal, because this teal and this blue, they're intersecting. So there's a liquidity here and on the blue. So let's see what happens. We're going to know if they are just continuing up teal like this, or if they want to say, you know what, we're ready for the pullback to the 5. All right, seeing a little bit of weakness in the 5. Still above the water on the 1. And maybe weak cycle on the 30. All right, it might get a little bit hectic here because we see the blue and the teal. There's two levels right here. All right, 70, what is this? 73.37. Might be hectic here, right? A lot of liquidity here. If they have a weak cycle, we need to see if the weak cycle takes us or keeps us inside the purple. All right, so we see a break. Let's see the retest. We're gonna see what happens now. All right, this magenta's still holding up, right? Magenta's still holding up. A lot of liquidity on magenta. All right, Discord. I'm gonna go into the secret room. Let's have our 5-minute chart and 1-minute chart handy. Let's get it handy. If you're on YouTube, sucks to suck. Join the Discord. Bye. All right, look, Discord. Here we go. I'm on the 5-minute. So look, if this happens, look for some what do you call it? Look for some violence right here on this one. Okay. And if violence does happen here, all right, look, let me start over. This will be a thing if this happens. Watch. If we get this, oh wait, let me start over. If we get this and this, then we can look for this, okay? However, we have to be careful for this, violence here, and then something like this. And then we're gonna look for that again. All right, so if we just continue down like this, wait for the break and retest under this. If it gets violent here and they need to grab more liquidity, then don't be surprised with this right here. Let me make sure everyone understands. Does everyone understand that? Does everyone understand that? All right, cool. Now watch. Now I'm going to the 1-minute, okay? On the 1-minute, it's already on the screen. So that put scenario is set up on the screen already. This is what we have to watch out for in the 1-minute, okay? On the 1-minute, we're gonna use this purple here. And we wanna see if we're gonna do this. So there's probably a 50-50 right here. Somewhere like this. If this is, and you're not comfortable down here, then you gotta wait for this. Watch. This is a if then. So that's if we break this and we form that support, a BRR above 74.77. Now we have the data we need. Okay? Let me make sure everyone understands that. All right, look, one more time. I mean, it's all happening. Look. So for the call side, it needs to not only break this, but also BRR this right here. Okay? Let me erase this. So this is the call side, right? It not only needs to break this right here. Does everyone see it? I'm trying to be a little incognito so YouTube doesn't hear. All right, Jones, somebody. I need someone to let me know they understand what's going on. Because I told you I got to call an early day today. So for the call side, one more time. I'm going to say it again. For the call side. Let me see who's paying attention. I need someone to say, all right, I'm paying attention. All right, ready, Dub? Here goes Dub. For the call side, not only do we need to break this, but we also need to BRR this right here. Okay? That's the call side. All right. The put side is on our 5-minute chart. The put side's on our 5-minute chart. So number one, we got to break through this right here. That's number one. Got it? So number one for the put side, number one. Now we have to identify the risk. Here's the risk. Right? Expect violence in here. So, you know, a couple things need to happen. First of all, we need to break this. First of all, or else we're not even having this conversation. This is why this is highlighted right here. You see how this is highlighted specifically? All this needs to happen. And there might even be a secondary lick. Maybe like that. So all this needs to happen. If you're taking the risk from this, whenever this happens, I don't know when. I don't know when this is going to happen. But if you're taking the risk from here, understand where your risk to reward is. That's for the put side, right? And then the call side, it's all on the screen right now. So we want to see if this purple is still going to be the gatekeeper. And the reason why we wanted to break and retest above this level here is so we don't get caught in second lick. All right. And chop through lunch time. That's exactly. So that's why we need to wait for all of that. Whatever I just said, I know it's a lot. But if you're confused, ask me now, because I got to leave here shortly. Today's going to be a short one. Tomorrow's going to be normal. But if you're confused, say something now. So on the put side, this is going to be significant. Look, we already identified this way early. We already identified this, and you see how the perfect liquidity grab right off of it. So they're going to tell us. They're going to tell us. One of those two things must happen. It will happen. One of those two things is going to happen. So if you allow for the proper setup, whatever needs to happen, you just got to be happy. Instead of trying to guess at the risky time, wait for the proper setup, right? Wait for the proper setup. And if you are going to take the risk or take the guess, then be happy with whatever we get. And make sure you're adjusting your stops as we go, level by level. We got about a little under 2 minutes on this candle. All right, so upon further inspection, it looks like that magenta on our 5 is actually just the teal on the 1. Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. The magenta on the 5 is just the teal on the 1. You guys want me to change the color, or do you see it? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. It means the same thing. I just didn't know at the time. You know, sometimes I get lucky. So I didn't know that was gonna be the thing, but obviously that's the thing. And now we can see it clear, a little more clear. Use a 5-minute chart, I recommend. But from this point here, we're gonna have to, actually we need to use both. We need to use both. And keep in mind also, if they chop between 71.82 and 74.77, this is only 3 points, but this is reasonable movement for a day, right? This is reasonable movement for a day. If you want your quote-unquote safety on the put side, you know what it is, right? I typed it in the Discord again just to be extra careful. If you want safety on the put side, that's what it is. Up until then, you got to take your profit when you can. We see that magenta and this teal holding up. This second lick is building up nice, right? Remember, we want to see if this weak cycle is going to keep us inside the purple, right? So if you wait for the verification, right, then we'll know. Then we'll know. And here's the thing, we're not going to get 100% of the play, right? We're in the middle. We're dead in the middle right here. We're almost back at market open. We're like a couple points away from market open. So whatever I have on the screen, it must happen. Because if not, we're just chopping, right? And we don't need to be involved in that. This is our best bet. So wait for it. That's all I'm saying. Wait for the proper setup. And if we get caught in chop, completely reasonable, because I told you today's probably going to be choppy. Also, the choppy days aren't bad days. Those are the days when if there is chop today, like all day, let's say they go in the same 3 points all day, that's a good thing. Because that'll set us up for tomorrow. Remember, 2 choppy days in a week, 3 days we make our money. As long as you don't over leverage, you're going to be fine. But I'm telling you, one of those 2 things is going to happen. It's going to happen. It has to. It has to happen. All right, here's second bite at the apple if you took the initial shoulder on the 5. Here's the second bite at the apple. Protect your trade now. Right? Protect this trade. I'm gonna hang out for a few more minutes. Now we just got to be careful with the wick on the 5, right? We got three minutes on the candle, so be careful with the wick on the 5. Rather 50-50 now. 50-50 on the 1 right now. So we're here. Now we need to see what's going to happen. This could either wick on the 5 or give us strength to do, you'll see, it's going to happen. It has to happen. One of those two things has to happen, and we know exactly what we need to do and when. So start looking at your 5-minute chart, your 1-minute chart, your 30-minute chart. Make sure it all makes sense. And if you don't know how to make sure it all makes sense, you got to go do the lessons. You got to do the lessons. You got to go through the lessons because all of this is explained. I can't go through the whole entire thing every single day. That's not reasonable. You know, you got to take some time and go through the lessons. And then also, you know, it's going to take some time to understand risk to reward, things like this. But I'm telling you, one of those things is going to happen, and we know exactly how to play either one. I told you, watch for the wick on the 5, right? I told you, watch for the wick on the 5. Look at the wick on the 5. Easy. Just wait. Just be patient. We're almost right back in market open. And if they chop between here all day, cool story. We're not interested in getting involved. We're going to allow the chop to happen, and then tomorrow is going to be easy. It's going to be easy tomorrow. They're playing a game of Fear Factor. Who can sit with the damn snakes on their face the longest? That's what this is. Are you able to see the plays off YouTube if you're in the Discord? No. You got to be in the Discord. You got to be in the Discord. Here, let me show you. Screen share. See where I'm typing everything in the Discord. Also, the 5-minute chart has the answers. So if you don't have access to the 5-minute chart, you don't have access to the Discord, or you don't have access to the place. I mean, you can do something on here. It's not impossible, but not recommended. Not recommended. All right, look, they tested once, twice on 73.37. Derek, I don't know if that answered your question. It should have answered your question. You don't need TradingView. If you join the Discord, it's free. You get access to the charts. The only thing you can't do is alter my charts. You can change the size, but that's the only thing you can't do. But you'll have access to all the charts. And look, doing this on the phone, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. It's like trying to dig gold with a spork. You know, people that, if this is just a hobby for them, I get it. Maybe you can use your phone and maybe use Robinhood. But if you're trying to take it serious, you gotta make a little more effort. I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's right on. The price is literally right on it, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Protect your trade, right? Do you see now why I tell you to use the 5-minute chart? Much smoother. So if you took this break, retest, and when I told you we're rejecting here, now you can protect your trade. Now you're safe. Not safe, but I mean, yeah, you should be. You should be safe. Protect the trade. Easy money. And don't forget, I've had this here for over an hour. Over an hour. I've had this here for over an hour, so there's no excuse. We have no excuse, right? told you, this is a game of fear factor. Who's going to sit with the damn snakes and spiders on their face the longest? That's what this is. Just don't get greedy. Take the money when you see it. Protect the trade. You'll be fine. I mean, damn, if I wasn't perfect, then I don't know what is. I don't know what is. You see what I'm saying, Derek? If you didn't have access, you wouldn't have had over an hour of advance notice exactly what's going to happen and where. Man, they don't want to let this 73.35 go. $73.35 is being tough. Okay. You tell me what else I need to do. You tell me what else I need to do and I'll do it. And they won't give up the 73.37. Come on, give it up. All right, we're going to see if purple has the strength or if they're going to form secondary liquidity, whatever this is. Magenta. Now look, let's take a look back at I want to say, okay, what time is this? 8:05, right? 8:05 Pacific Standard Time, 11:05. I'm gonna share the screen. Screen share. Look, this is me. 8:05 Pacific Standard Time. We need to see if the week cycle will keep us in purple, right? Here's the week cycle. Here's the purple. Still inside the purple. Easy money. Easy money. I told everyone what was going to happen before. Before, right? Way before it happened. Which is the same time I drew protect this because this is probably the weak. I mean, I didn't have it drawn out on the 5, but we didn't need it. We had it on the 1. We had it on the 1 minute. You see what I'm saying? The weak cycle inside of purple. If you don't know what all this means, you need to go through the lessons. You need to go through the lessons. You don't need to guess. You don't need to sit here and guess. You just need to understand your risk to reward. That's all. There you go, Chenko. Now you're understanding it. Now you're understanding it. Now you're getting it. And as long as you understand the risk and what's reasonable, right? You'll see how much easier this is. You'll see. We can literally get every dime out of the market. We just got to follow, whatever the shit I'm saying. If we follow this shit, I'm telling you, we're going to be fine. But it takes time, and you take a lot of risks, so you've learned a lot of hard knocks along the way, but you're getting there. I see the consistency growing and building. Good for you. All right, I'm going to step away for a second. I'm going to start getting ready in the background. We already know what the setups are in both directions from here, right? We already know what they are. If you're not in a play, now you got to wait. Now you got to wait, right? We have thick blue and we got purple we're looking at. So for purple, we know what to expect. For thick blue, wait for this. I gotta step away for a little bit. I'm gonna let it run, but I'm gonna step away. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna hang out for like literally like 2 or 3 minutes. All right, Discord, pay attention. Pay attention, Discord. I'm gonna go into the secret room. Let's open up our 1 minute chart. Now look, remember this, and this. So this is important. You see it, right? This is important. As long as we're in here, we're doing this. Here are the levels we need to pay attention to. We need a BRR here and here. Okay. So let's say it does this. You want to look for this, or even if it does this, you want to look for that. Cool? Does everyone see it? Yeah. I definitely would wait for thick. Correct. Exactly right. I definitely would wait for the thick one. This would be the best bet, which is why it's highlighted with that thickness right there. This would be the best bet. Here, let me clear this up. Clean it up. That's all still a thing. All of that. Here, let me put it back. This is all still a thing. We should have some idea on this red and green, okay? This should give us some idea. And if you want safety, look for that. Otherwise, you're just chopping inside this. If we get caught in here, it's gonna be ugly all day. Remember, if they did this 3-point range all day, completely reasonable. Completely reasonable. So let it break and do what it needs to do. Okay, so we're looking for that and this. Either one. We're gonna get an idea if we break this, VRR this. This is probably on the menu then, right? So if we break this right here, then this is probably on the menu. One of these is on the menu. You got to measure risk to reward. We see where, watch. There's some overlap right here, which is a little concerning, but it makes sense if we're in a choppy day. So it's either this or this. Either one. If it wants to do this right here, we'll know because it'll stay inside here. It'll just keep moving like this. Okay, everyone got it? Remember, if it's going to do this, if it's going to go to the call side, all this needs to happen, right? All of that needs to happen first. Otherwise, it all needs to make sense. So we're at the water line here. We're actually at the water line on both of them. We're at the water line on both of them. So this will be obvious. Whichever way they decide to go, it'll be obvious. Okay. All right, well, that played out quick. And this just looks like Raul said, lunchtime, the lunchtime crunch time. So one of these things have to happen. If it doesn't happen like this, then we're probably not interested. You may be able to scalp something from red to blue, but blue has heavy lick, right? This blue has heavy, heavy, heavy lick. And if they chopped around in here all day, that is reasonable. So wait for something like this. Like that. Or like this. It has to be like this. Otherwise, you're just in chop. And there's no other way to know. There's no other way to know. We can get an idea on the break of this. We'll get an idea on the break of this. All right, let me know what you guys got because I got to get out of here right now. So both these things are still in play, right? They're both still in play. We have no idea yet, but we're going to get our cues. We'll get the cues. We know, look, they broke, retested, 73.43. They're getting a second bite at the apple on 73.40. 1, 2, 3 times they wanted to retest 73.43. One of them's going to win, right? One of them's going to win. Use orange. Use orange for all this. Yeah. Use orange. Here, I'm gonna clean this up. Just gonna slide this. Oh yeah. Orange and blue. Use orange and blue. Use orange for all this, okay? So it's going to be if, hold on, let me do it again. I'll show you. This is still valid here. We still have to watch out for this. It's going to be like this. If we break this, but all this has to happen. We just have to watch out here for the super lick. If it does get down here, whenever this happens. I don't know if it's going to be here or here or here or when, but you have to watch out for this super lick on thick blue. Oh, okay, super lick right here. Yeah. Yep. Right there, super lick. You gotta watch out for it. Otherwise, we're just chopping around in here. You don't want to get involved in here. Tomorrow's going to be easy. If they do finish sideways from here, that's the best thing. Because tomorrow's going to be so easy. And if you're looking for safety, again, here's your safety. This is safety. Ready? Underneath the 5. If you're playing risky, you see what the risk is. But this orange is solid. I like the orange. Yeah. I like this orange. I like the orange. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know if you got anything right now. Let me know. Discord, everybody, let me know. Okay, YouTube, that's been my time for today. We're gonna pick it up again tomorrow. Should be a full stream tomorrow. Today I got some things I got to do, but we'll be back at it. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to the website, livespytrading.com. I will get you sorted out. YouTube, that's been my time. Have a good day. Goodbye.